Welcome and thank you for tuning in to another Love and Hip Hop Atlanta after show. And today we are talking about all the mess at the Dude Ranch, but all is fair in love and war. So they're going to make up and be reunited, and it feels so good. So stay tuned right here for all that and more.
You're tuning into the destination for TV super fan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Step my money fast and go fast like a Lambo. I be jumping out the stage, crowd better save her.
I gotta go to this tour. I'm just like, they dropped this album. I don't know what to do.
They always do that though. They always come with the unexpected.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Miss Conversation Peace, and who do I have with me?
Today, I'm Kayla Rene'e. Hi, I'm so happy to join you.
Today or every day?
Look, it's going to be every day. Look. It's going to be every day. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we're talking about Horsing Around. That's season 7, episode 14. It starts out a continuation at the Dude Ranch, and they're still going at it. First of all, what do you think about the overall episode?
The overall episode, to me, I kind of felt it was a little dry. Like, I just feel like it's still so much drama that's still continuing from, like, episode 1. And I'm like, when is all of this going to boil out? Like, you guys are so grown. Like, when are you going to be over these conversations? But yeah, it was definitely interesting. A lot of things are kind of unfolding. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll see what's next. But yeah, I'm kind of like over them already.
Yeah, I can feel the same way. It's like you can't get to the resolution of one story because there's so many stories in the mix.
Yes, girl, they all loop together. I'm like, dang.
They need to find a new crowd.
For real.
So, what was your favorite moment closing out of the Dude Ranch? Like, they were doing some.
I still think it's still hilarious that Estelita is really trying to fight like everybody. Like, she's still not letting this whole thing go with Sierra. Like, her and Sierra are still just like going at it. And I just think Estelita, like, we just think that she's, like another little Hispanic princess and she's all about her music and stuff. But no, she was really ready to like throw blows, like still continuing at the next episode.
I don't know if I totally get why she's mad and why she's going so hard, besides the fact she needs to continue to up her ante on the show, because at this point it's like, okay, Stevie J's been missing for a couple episodes. That was her boo. She's not really doing anything musically. Yeah. So what else does she have to do but fight?
I have no idea, but all of these Love and Hip Hop people are looking for storylines. Like,
gotta fight.
You gotta fight. You gotta throw a drink on somebody to stay on the show. But I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna keep Estelita around.
Yeah, I don't think she's too interested. I thought Erica was gonna give me something more.
I thought she was too. She's really calm. She's really calm like this episode.
This episode, but she wasn't really calm the season.
I know earlier.
Yeah, so I don't know. But in the midst of all the mess, they did manage to make up, a few people did. So the first, I would say, was Spice and Tokyo. So they sat down, talked it out. We're not used to that. We're not used to actually getting the resolution.
Yeah, and I'm like, they were fighting over Tobias, and I'm like, Tobias, he's not my cup of tea. Like, he's not the cutest apple on the tree. But I'm
not even that. Does he have a job?
That too, girl.
What does he do?
We don't know, sis. Like, Tobias, you got a job? I'm like, he got to be making some type of money, but I feel like in Atlanta, he's probably, a producer, like some type of musical type of man.
We need to Google Tobias and find out what he does.
For real.
Are we even worth talking about you as well as fighting over you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Because he was the center of their whole fight.
You know what? I don't think any guy is worth fighting over, but I think it's just jealousy of the other woman. I don't even think it's about the guy, because you're just like, oh, he's moving on so fast. Like, we just broke up. I don't really feel that, Tokyo was super mad at Spice. Like, Spice took her words literally, like the B word and F you and all this stuff. But we all say that about our guy's new girl. Like, F that bitch.
Hey, B.
Like, you're talking to somebody, man, we're not going to be friends.
Yeah. I think it went super left when Spice started talking about her weight. It was like that one thing when they were at the table, kind of first trying to reconcile that first conversation, and then she started talking to her like, I don't think she's hungry anymore. I don't think she needs anything to eat. Like, you know what I mean? She's kind of like digging into her sin, and I think that made the situation blow up like even more. So it was like Spice definitely had to apologize, but yeah, I wouldn't be fighting over no man either. Like, sis, you can have him.
Well, one thing I can say, it seems that Tommy is beginning to realize, that she has a problem and she's open to seeking help. And so we saw that this episode. What do you think about her trying to get help and continue on the show?
Yeah. To be honest, I feel so bad for her. I'm like, anybody going through any type of addiction, drug problem, drinking, anything, like, I just feel like that's so hard to deal with. And so, like, her having to be on the show and, like, literally in front of millions of people watching you go through that is kind of embarrassing, But it's like, I really hope the best for her. I'm like, I hope she gets help, because it's like, people are so in denial. It's like when you think you're an addict or whatever, you don't think you are or whatever. A lot of people are just like, oh, like, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not an alcoholic, but it's like, sis, you drink every time you're on a show. Every time we see you with a drink, you know what I mean? And then it's like your behavior is turned like that because of alcohol. So it's like, you got a problem. And it's like, I'm glad that she's owning up to it and she's like seeking out the help like that Love and Hip Hop has provided for her.
But do you think they waited too long to get her the help? Because we've seen it for a few seasons now.
Yes, they definitely waited. But I'm sure they was kind of probably waiting on her too. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, seek help if you need it type of thing. And she's probably like, I don't need help. But
well, no, I think it was more the fact that she turned up on the producers, and then that was like, oh, we can't deal with you. That was like more. The last versus, oh, let me turn up on Tiara, let me turn up on Jocelyn, let me turn up on Tammy, no, Tammy was her friend. Who was Jessica Dine? Like, turn up on all these people, her sister, her mom. Yeah. They didn't care.
Mm-hmm. I think it was all for the ratings too, though. A lot of it's like, oh, everybody wants to see the drama and wants to see the fights, but it's like now that it's coming from like her having an alcohol problem. So I'm like, I just wish the best for her. I hope she gets the help that she needs.
I don't know if they even notice it, because I feel like that's what they do. Production, they feed you the liquor to get you to turn up.
They do. I feel like it's open bar, like in any situation. I'm like, y'all providing it for her. No wonder she turned off the Henny. Like, y'all giving it to her.
So she also spoke with her mom and her sister and reconciled with them, so they made up as well. She was able to talk out her issues somewhere with them. What do you think about?
Yeah, that was such a touching moment. Like, her mom pretty much set them down to say that, like, she was dealing with some health issues, and she finally confessed to Tommy that, like, everybody pretty much, like, in their family had some type of alcohol addiction, and it's pretty much, like, being passed down, and that her mom, she asked her mom, like, Mom, do you think you're an alcoholic? And she, like, admitted. She was like, yeah, I do. And so that's when she finally told her sister Versace, right, or that's her sister, and then Tommy, that she was dealing with some health issues, and that doctors had to run tests, and she's not sure what's going on, but she knows something's wrong. And so I'm like, I kind of feel that I'm like, as women and, as like family or whatever, they need to come together. And it's like, you guys need to get some help, the help that you need before it's too late.
Yeah, I'm glad that they finally decided to make up, because I was like, why are they so mad at each other?
Yeah,
you know
I was
what I mean?
That too.
Right. Tommy's doing, from what I can see, what she can to provide for the family. She's the sole breadwinner, it seems like. And so I don't understand why they're so angry with her when she seems to be helping them out.
Yeah. I don't know either. I'm like, I want to know what's going on with the other siblings too. I think it's like a bunch of them, because remember they did like a photo shoot, like some family photo shoot when she came drunk then, I think too. But I'm like, yeah, they all just need to get it together at this point.
Yeah, I think they're in and out the house, and they just come when they need money from money.
Probably.
So just tuning into the live chat, I just want to give a shout out to Shamonica Thomas. She said she finally caught us live. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. Shout outs to you. Also, let's get right into, I don't know, Karlie is so messy, but her and Sierra seem to have a real friendship bond.
I think it's funny. Like, Karlie is really messy, but it's like she has good intentions too at the same time. So it's definitely like a thin line between like trying to be a good friend and being messy at the same time.
What intention could you have to blindside your friend with her dude's side chicks.
I think the whole meeting was her to be like, sis, like, here's the proof. Like, because, if you're like, oh, like, girl, like, I seen your man at the movies with somebody. You're just like, girl, whatever. Like, no, you didn't. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, sis, here was the girl that was at the movies with your man. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can see where she was coming from. But yeah, it turned out to be way messier than anybody else thought.
I'm the type of girl, I don't want you telling me about my man pretty much. Like, if I don't catch him somewhere, maybe I do want to know, but at the same time, just let me find out.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like I'd want to know what my man is doing, but at the same time, you don't really need to bring me proof for, like, some girl to be like, yeah, we've been sleeping with him for years and stuff. Like, you're like, come on. Like, all right. Now I feel like I want to fight you. But here's the thing.
When you make up with your man and then your friend looking at you like,
you always going to get that cold side eye.
That's why you don't need to tell me. Because you're here as my friend for me to tell you all the stuff he's doing. And you be like, girl, let's figure this out. Not, like, to judge me like, girl, he cheated on you last month. I told you.
Yeah.
And you still with him.
That's definitely annoying. Like, being in personal experiences, I've went through that too. So I'm like, now I learned. I'm like, let me just reel my relationship stuff back in. I'm like, I'm not even going to tell people anymore. Because it's like, there's no point. Because it's like, yeah, if you do end up going back to that guy, it's like, it's either going to look embarrassing for you or it's like your friend is always going to judge you. But anyways, let's see what else.
So, BK.
Oh my gosh.
And Sierra. And Karlie. No.
That whole love triangle.
No, it's surprisingly, Karlie is not in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Because I think she slept with Tobias or had something with Tobias, but not BK.
I think they hung out. I don't know if they were, like, together. But I'm like, speaking of sitting back and watching, you guys, subscribe to our YouTube channels. We'll actually help you discover more of our new shows that we are sure to have. Since you're already tuned in to our reality channel, you might want to be interested in one of our other shows, like The Challenge, The 4, Teen Mom OG. So... and remember, we also have other genres too, so please don't be shy and subscribe to them now.
Yes, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like us if you like us. I love The 4, so I can't wait to, tune in next Thursday.
Tomorrow, or no, 2 days from now.
Yeah.
I'm like, tomorrow, I'm thinking today's Wednesday, y'all.
So let's get right into Jasmine. I don't really like her. And Kirk. I mean, his daughter, Kirk's daughter. They finally meet up.
That whole situation, Jasmine, I'm like, Kirk was in the wrong, just period. Like, you a married man. You have several kids already. You definitely didn't need to go out sleeping with a stripper, but it's like, we're not going to judge, you know what I mean? The situation's already happened. The kid is already here. The child is innocent, you know what I mean? But yeah, so the daughter actually reached out to Jasmine and was like, hey, I want to see Cannon or whatever. And I guess she allowed him to. And so, like, she came to the house or whatever and met Cannon. And I guess she, like, had a good time. And it was actually positive vibes. So I'm ready to see what's going to happen next episode.
I mean, it wasn't bad vibes, like you said, and I feel like, the baby is innocent, and if possible, it would be great for the child to know their family, that side of their family as well, but the whole kumbaya, I'm not even there, and it's not my situation, so I don't know how I could proceed with that situation. I don't even know if I want to sit in her presence, like maybe if she dropped off the baby. Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like, sis, how many kumbaya moments do you need for it to be like, it's either the dad's going to step up and do what he needs to do, or you're just going to have to, pull up your bootstraps and be a single mom and kind of carry about your day. Like, you're still kind of egging this family, like pressing them to be like, you guys accept him, accept the baby, do things with him, meet the family, meet the grandmas. And it's like, if they don't want to do it, sis, like, you can't force nobody to do it.
Well, so now that they're doing it, it's like, why does she have to be there? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I can't see myself inviting you over for Thanksgiving. The baby can come, but just drop him off with his bag, his diaper bag, and we're good.
That's why I feel like Kirk actually needs to step up and kind of come into it. Like, you need to kind of sit down and have that moment with Jasmine as, like, parents of Cannon, that it's like, okay, we need to kind of cross some, like, have some boundaries and some lines that can't or cannot be crossed, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, Kirk needs to figure that out, because it's like, yeah, during Thanksgivings or whatever, Kirk would be the one to go get the baby and then drop him back off or whatever. Jasmine doesn't need to be around. It's like, you shouldn't even be wanting to be around anyway, girl. Like, nobody in the family likes you.
Exactly. Kimberly in the live chat, she says Jasmine is a stage. Bob Klinger. She's the president of Thoughtville. I totally agree with you, Kimberly Mayfield. Thank you so much for that.
Kim,
input.
like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, she is a little thotty, but but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think she's just hanging on because that's her storyline. It's like, if she doesn't hang on and if she lets go, like, what else is she gonna do? That's her. She's trying to secure the bag real tight.
I just feel real uneasy. Even the last time her and Kirk sat down separately to kind of hash it out, they had a positive moment. It wasn't like screaming and yelling back and forth, but I still feel like they have that attraction there, and I feel like the more that it comes, into contact with each other, it'll be a little slip up again. And
look, knowing Kirk, I wouldn't even put it past him.
Right, so that's why I would say just stay far away.
Yeah.
If I was Rasheeda, stay.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z and Beyonce, I was listening to the lyrics. He was like, he had to move his family all the way to the West Coast just for Beyonce to take him back. So Rasheeda needs to give him something to jump through, a hoop, or
some ring of fire at this point.
Like,
it's like
you're giving it so easy, Rasheeda.
Real easy. And it's like, I kind of feel bad because like, if his on the previous episode his mom passed away, so it was like she was like real there for him and at the funeral crying and stuff like that. And it's just like, I understand that it's like mother-in-law or whatever, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I'd be able to put all that stuff that happened kind of under the rug just for that situation. I would have sent a little condolence, sent you some flowers, whatever. I loved your mom too. That was my mom. But at the same time, I would have been like, don't think that this is like an easy way for you to get out. Like, no, we're still dealing with this situation and other baby mama popping up on me at my event. Like, we still got to go through that and talk about it. So,
and that's the same thing that happened with Sierra and Shooter.
Yes,
if you remember, his son passed away, and she had to be there. And then with what happened to the other girl that's been all in the mess? That was Blue Da Vinci.
Oh, is that Keely?
Keely,
yeah.
I haven't seen her.
I haven't either. I think she just she didn't disappear, but it's like she needed to, though, because like her and Blue Da Vinci needed to get that whole parenting under control, because then it was like she was juggling that other guy too, and it was just like he was cheating on her with a other woman too. It was like, it's a whole ring of mess going on.
Exactly. I feel like they just brought so many people into this this season.
Yeah.
That it's just like some people are left off. Stevie, this Keely, like,
yeah, because it's that other girl, Bree too, right? Wasn't that her name, Brianna, with the orange wig? Yeah, it was like, but I think on the next episode she's actually supposed to be coming back on or whatever. It's supposed to be like some showcase or something. They're all gonna like meet up, and it's still gonna be a brawl, but we'll see about that one.
I don't even know who needs to fight now. I think at this point we're on episode 14. How many episodes are we gonna?
I honestly think it's only a couple more, because they just started showing the trailer for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood now, and I think that's coming out at the end of July. So I'm like, well, we almost at the end of June, so it may be like 3-4 more episodes probably.
Yeah, and I think they did do the reunion.
In the reunion, yeah, that may be like the 4th, so maybe like 3 more episodes.
All right. Well,
we'll see.
I don't know. Kirk and Jasmine and Rasheeda and the Kirk's daughter. I don't know.
I honestly just pray that Rasheeda moves on. I just feel like, sis,
you've
been
through
so
leave?
Yeah, I honestly feel like you've been through so much. It was like, it started with the cabin stuff when it was like Bobby Valentino, Jock, Scrappy. I think it was like they were all in there cheating on their wives and girlfriends and stuff. And then it was like there was another situation that happened like after that, wasn't it? Like some other girl, and then it was like he decided to give her like a car and like the new house and all of that stuff, and in her store. And then it was like, it's like you
maybe
gifted
it was
her.
Jasmine the whole time.
Ooh, sis, like it might have been like Jasmine probably been in the picture though, but it's like, yeah, because it's like if she had a whole baby and he's like, what, a year and some change now, like she's probably been in the picture for at least like a couple years now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Kirk a dirty dog. Like it couldn't be me. Look, Rasheeda, I feel like you just need to. Well, she's a boss. I feel like Rasheeda is such a boss that it's like, you don't need Kirk.
Well, this is the thing. I think she's so dependent on him for the last 17, 18 years that it's like, it's hard to like pull that plug.
I feel like he her sugar daddy.
Does he have more money than her? Because I feel like
he's
she's
older than her too, though.
I feel like she's the businesswoman though.
She is, but I think he's kind of been behind that, like the producer end of it, you know what I mean? Like, cause he's been her manager too. So it's like, I think he's like kind of like that business person, like behind the scenes. Like he's never like in the limelight, but he's always like that technical accounting, like type of person or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know.
But I feel like when you get into relationships like that, sometimes you don't go as far as you could because of that. Because he's constantly popping babies in you, like, oh, how's your manager? And he knows you don't need to be, you know, pregnant right now. You need to be working on your career. So
Kirk is worried about his ego. His ego and spreading his seeds, because I'm like, that's all he's concerned about. Because Kirk got a bunch of kids. I think he got like 4 or 5, 6 maybe at this point.
I thought it was like 7, like
Look,
a lot. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot when.
Because I'm like, I seen one picture and it was like a family picture, and it was like, I didn't even know he had an older son. And I was like, oh, because I think it's Kai, and then it was like the daughter, and then the 2 younger boys. So yeah, he got like 5, 6 kids. I'm just like, Kirk.
Don't forget Cannon.
He's the 5th, like, or 6th, 7th. Look, I don't know.
Please don't tell me something we don't know about.
Watch it be, because I'm like, I wouldn't even put it past Kirk. He probably out there soiling his royal oats all over the states.
So Erica and Tokyo, they had a bit of a moment in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like they're just setting up any kind of conversations, because I don't feel like Erica and Tokyo would ever be in a room together. Because I feel like Erica, she would never hang out with somebody like Tokyo.
She wouldn't. I honestly feel like she wouldn't either. Like, knowing her stature and then just seeing her like on TV and stuff like that, it's like, no, I feel like she wouldn't at all. But yeah, they had like some heart to heart moment. I guess like Tokyo, she kind of got like a good spirit over her, and she was like, well, let me cook for like the cast or whatever, everybody who was at the Dude Ranch. And Erica had walked in and she was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, I just kind of wanted to talk to you and see like how you were feeling and what you were thinking and stuff like that. And I guess Tokyo kind of like broke it down to her, like, I've been through so much. Like, I'm only 23, but it's like, you know, I've pretty much been called like fat and ugly like my whole life. And she's been through like a lot of stuff, always fighting people and like going to like charter schools and stuff like that, like being kicked out of school or whatever. So Erica kind of told her like, oh, I've pretty much lived like a similar life. Like I was molested as a kid, and like I was kind of like had a rough upbringing and stuff too. But she kind of pretty much told her like, I have faith that people like will grow out of that and change their ways and stuff like that. So she pretty much gave her like positive vibes. But I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like you. I'm like, Mona, you kind of staging these just like pointless moments at this point, because it's like, sis, we didn't really need that. Like, you could have threw some other drama in there that we we actually cared about.
Do you think she's trying to like show those backstories now to show you like, this is why this person is so messed up, or this is why this person acts like this in this scenario? Like, because I feel like with Tokyo, when she was about to fight Spice, she just kept saying, I don't want to be like this. I want to be portrayed like this. Like, I'm trying to change. Like, she was really adamant about that. And that's why she stayed in the room and missed Rasheeda's party, lunch party. So do you think now we need to see that side of them, like, to get to that help? Because I see Tommy's getting help, but everybody's messed up on this show.
I'm like, to be honest, I feel like she is kind of doing that. Like, oh, okay, this is what somebody's going through, and this is like why they're so and so. But it's like, I feel like we could kind of piece those puzzles together like on our own. You know what I mean? Watching previous seasons, we could already be like, okay, we already know Erica probably been through something, because she's like so angry and like hostile and always wants to fight. And it's like, we knew Tommy, like every time we seen Tommy, she had a drink in her hand. So it's like, okay, everybody was like, I think we're kind of like insinuating that Tommy's like, she may be an alcoholic at this point. But with Tokyo, I'm like, I don't know, because it's like at this point, I don't even know what her storyline would be anymore. It was like with this, it was like Spice and then Tobias, but it's like, I don't even know, are they going to bring Spice back? Like, because it's like a couple of people I would already vote to be off this season. Like, they're not really making anything pop. I'm like, I honestly want to see more of Stevie at this point. Like, where's Stevie at?
I love Stevie.
I know,
even
like,
though I don't
Zone?
love
Like,
Stevie. He's great for TV.
Exactly. So I'm like, whatever happened to the Danger Zone stuff? Like, well, bring Mimi and her drama back or something in the shower rod. Like, take these females off, though, because I'm like, I'm not here for them at all.
All right. I can't. That brings me into our special segment, Guess That Bar.
I like this right here.
I love it too.
I'm nervous, y'all.
Take that, take that. I love the Diddy drops.
The Diddy. With the Diddy crop, too. You
Yes.
like ready to crop somebody out of a picture.
So what this game is, basically, I'm going to read the lyrics of a song in monotone, and you have to guess that bar.
Ooh, okay, let me see here.
lyric.
All
You have
right.
to-
So I have to know, like, the song
lyrics.
title?
Song title
Okay.
and the singer of the song.
Oh, my God. All right, look, don't make this hard for me.
Hey, it's already hard because the song, you ain't gonna know. But I gave you kind of sort of a
I know.
hint.
I'm like, ooh, okay. Is he from New York? Like,
No, not that one. It's another hint. You have to listen very carefully.
Okay.
Throughout the entire show.
all right, I'm ready.
All right. I spent the evening with the radio. Regret the moment that I let you go. Our quarrel was such of a learning much. I know now I love you. I need your touch.
That sounds. Is that a Mary? Is that a Mary J. Blige? Look, like,
It's old school.
I'm like, is this a Faith Evans?
It's old school, like older than them.
Ooh, this one's a hard one.
I was a fool to ever leave your side. Me minus you is such a lonely ride. The breakup we had has made me lonesome and sad. I realize I love you because I want you so bad. It's an old school
I'm
song.
stumped. I'm like,
It's reunited and it feels so good.
I wished I could
I'm like, oh.
Your mama didn't play this when you were
No, I actually know this song. That's the crazy part. But I'm like, yeah, reading it in monotone. I'm like,
Reunite. Hey, hey.
oh, this is such a good song too.
Yeah, too bad you didn't know it. Okay, number 2.
Don't put me on blast, seriously.
Okay, we stay on the front lines. Yeah, but we're here after the bomb drops. We go so hard, we lose control. The fire starts, then we explode. When the smoke clears, we dry our tears.
Oh my God, wait. We stay on. I'm like trying to sing it in my head. Look, I'm like, we stay on the front. Why does this sound?
Yeah, but we're still here after the bomb drops. We go so hard, we lose control. The fire starts, then we explode.
Is this a Beyonce song?
Nope.
Look, I'm like,
kind of close.
Oh, look, Tamar. I know. I'm like, ooh,
Love
I
and War.
love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look, I didn't fail. Look, I'm like 0 for 2 right now.
Don't feel
I'm
bad.
like, oh, I knew that one too. It was on the tip of my tongue. I was like, is this Beyonce?
That was a beautiful song. All right. This one, I hope you get. All right.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm looking too sure
This
right
one
now.
is easy.
Okay, let's see.
Gotta change my answering machine now that I'm alone.
Okay, Neo. That's Neo, like sick of love songs.
Yeah!
Or something like, yeah.
Oh, you got it on the first lyric. Okay.
I know. I was like, yes. Okay, look, I know this one. I was ready, y'all. I was ready.
Hey.
Hey. I'm like, now I want to listen to music.
Yeah, so we're sick of all this drama. What do you think is going to happen next week? Let's get into some AfterBuzz predictions.
Ooh, these predictions.
And now,
I love
your
these lights.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So mysterious.
Okay, so at the end, they showed Kirk in the park.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, Kirk, if you don't go ahead and meet this son, look, I'm like, you see all the other kids, why
He's
not this
met
one?
the son. That's the thing. He's just straight away once he got caught.
Oh,
You know,
look,
he-
I thought he never met him, like never
no,
seen him.
remember
none of
Karlie
that.
was showing the pictures
Oh,
of
okay, yeah,
him
yeah.
and Cannon, like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had been hanging out.
Okay, yeah. I think that was like when he was first born though, so it's like he's probably been like a year since he's seen him or whatever. But that's sad. I'm like, okay, you treat all your kids equally. You can't have a bunch of kids and then not treat one like how you treat the others. So it's like, but yeah, we'll see. I guess like his daughter kind of gives him like a here you go type of moment. She's like, oh, like I want you to meet Cannon, blah, blah, blah. He's like adorable. He's the cutest little thing. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, when I'm ready. And then she's like, oh, there he is at the park. And he's like, oh, we doing this today? Like, so
They
he's gonna
are-
get blindsided.
I definitely feel like they are setting people up left
Yeah.
and right on these shows. Like I feel like it's been so many seasons and so many recycled storylines
Definitely.
that they got to set you up now. Like you got to be ready for whatever. Like dang.
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
Because I mean, how many times has Jasmine popped up on Kirk? I remember when she first showed up on the scene. She popped up that
with
day.
like Young Jock at that one little bar, like that some
Yeah.
little bar event. Yeah.
Then she popped up again at the store. Like
Yeah. Then the event, the Rasheeda's event, and then now, like, I mean, the daughter reached out to her, but it's like, yeah.
yeah.
How
and
many more times? How many more times, sis? How many more times you need? But yeah,
She's
I think
persistent.
Yeah, definitely persistent. There's another showcase happening too, and we'll see Orange Wig is back again. Brianna.
You don't like her wig?
No, the wig needs to go. Like, come on, sis. At a certain age, I feel like the colors and the bright stuff, it's like, I see if that's like your gimmick or whatever, but at the same time, we don't really know her. Like, I don't know her. I don't know none of her music.
Maybe that's going to help you. She's going to catch your attention with the orange hair.
I'm like, is this her brand? I don't know. But I'm like...
Maybe if it was another color.
Yeah, if it was maybe black or something. But remember, it was like Jessica Dime kind of went through that too. She was always in the bright pink wigs. And then it's like now she's kind of down to like regular subtle colors.
Well, I had purple hair last week, so I don't know. I like colors now.
But see, your hair last week was cute though. Like it fit. And I'm like, that orange wig is way too bright. Like, I don't know. I'm like, it's brighter than anybody's future at this point. Anybody on the show's future.
Oh my God, I'm
like...
choking. Oh.
But I'm like, yeah, we'll see her pop up. And I guess she's supposed to be arguing with Estelita and Erica again. And then I think like the last clip was like Erica pouring like some liquor in her Louboutin. Somebody lost a shoe. So we'll see that. I'm like, it's a bunch of...
was she drinking it out the shoe?
No, I think she just poured it in to ruin her shoes, I guess. But I'm
Does
like...
alcohol ruin your shoes?
I don't know, girl. Look, I'm like... But I'm like, them was some good Louis Vuittons though. And I'm just like, they were a cute little color too. It was like a little powder blue or something. But I'm just like...
all should know by now, if you're getting ready to fight on Love and Hip Hop, do not come cute with your Louis
at all. No.
Come with your Vans or your Converse, okay?
Your Vaseline sneakers. Like, at this point, like, everybody's catching the fade. It's like, dang. Like, can we just be adults? Like, and a lot of them have kids, too. And it's like, you know, everybody's talking about, like, you don't want to, like, your kids to pull this up on the, you know, internet and, like, see that you were acting like this before. But it's like, a lot of y'all are still acting childish. And it's like, when is it going to end, y'all?
You know what? I think that's what they should do, like, bring in the younger generation, maybe.
Yes.
That would spice it up a little more than what they're doing. But at the same time, sometimes the kids or family members don't have as much personality as, you know, like a Mama D can hold her own. Mm-hmm. And I thought Tommy's mom was going to do that because when she did the whole family photo, she kind of set Tommy up with that. Yeah. But I don't know. Her mom, I think, because Tommy messed up on top of that, and then her mom, they're just so angry. They are.
I'm like, the whole family kind of needs some help. They need like Iyanla to fix their life because that's a little challenging. But it would kind of be interesting to see if like the younger generation or their kids would be on the show too. But a lot of people, you know, parents kind of don't want to like exploit their kids and they want them to be like kids until they're like ready to be adults and make their own decisions. But I'm like, it kind of would be interesting because it's like they're getting kind of older and we like, get your old self off of here. Like, we're not trying to see you no more. Fight. Yeah, right. It's like you're too old to be fighting. Right. Like, it's just a waste of time at this point.
Then they don't want to fight.
Mona, it's like you might want to reach out to the kids, like, or at least like some young up and coming like people now, like get like a Lil Yachty or somebody on there. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's younger, but somebody who's like full of energy.
Exactly. Did you get any news and gossip?
Ooh, I'm like, not really. I'm like, this week has been kind of dry, but I'm like, let's see.
It's always something.
I know one thing. The Puerto Rican princess is making her comeback to TV, y'all.
What? Oh, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
No, look, you know she's not here for Mona at all. Like, I think the checks Mona was giving out was not big enough for Jocelyn's wallet, but she's actually going to get her own reality show on WeTV. Ooh. And I'm like, that's where, like, you know, the Braxtons live, and what else is on WeTV? But I'm like, and Grown Up Hip Hop. But yeah, I'm like, we'll see. I'm like, I actually might tune into the little Puerto Rican princess to see, like, her and Bonnie's little new life.
I know. I've been seeing her on Instagram, and all she does is post pictures now. Yeah. So I'm like, she does fitness. But what else is she doing?
I don't know, because her captions have actually been kind of like to the left too. Like she's been calling people hoes and stay out of her life and all type of stuff. So I'm like, wait, sis, like these captions, like you can't be having your cheeks out at the beach and then you got a caption talking about stay out of my life and calling people out. I'm like, what? Where is this directed to? Like
Jocelyn has been doing that since
has.
day one. That's her trademark. Like that's what I love. Like
popping off on people.
I don't know what this show is gonna be. Like I have to tune in because like I don't know what she's going to do by herself.
I wonder if it's just going to probably be like a mommy life type of thing, like her being on her own without Love and Hip Hop, like no Stevie. She may have a new man in her life. We'll see. I'm like, maybe Bonnie might have a new stepdaddy on the show. We'll find out.
Or mommy. You know she likes mommy.
Oh, look.
She likes ladies.
She does. Look, she had a couple instances with Mimi, I think. And then she was like trying to flirt with Tommy, too, at one point.
Wait. Oh, yeah. But I think she tries to flirt with anybody that Stevie wants.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, she probably hooked up with Estelita.
I hope not. I don't even know what to do anymore. But you guys, I want you to make sure that you keep up with us each and every week. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta panel. I am Miss Conversation Piece. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Conversation Piece, or on Twitter, Miss Combo Piece. Ooh. And where can I find you?
All right, you guys. I'm your host, Kayla Rene'e. You can find me on Instagram at The Only Kayla Rene'e, and my Twitter is at Catching K, and that's catching with a K.
Man, I can't wait till next week. I'm sure this episode next week is going to be pretty entertaining.
As the drama still continues to unfold.
Can't wait. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.